Now it's with Jorginho just inside PSV territory, curled over to the right-hand side. Can Arsenal fashion a winner here? Played over to this near side. Sterling controls at the second attempt, edge of the box, still has it. Raheem Sterling wants to twist and turn, faced up, still coming. It's a mazy run, and then the back heel will force it through, and he could be in here. Oh! Corner and no more. Good determination. It spun back towards him. It was a 50-50 really, and he threw his leg out. He got the ball first, then he was caught by the player, but just a corner if it obviously took a deflection. But look, that would have been good.
Yeah, look, he just held on to the ball for a long time. He bundled his way through, really. It fell kindly, and then the keeper to his credit, keeper to his credit comes out and makes a really good block.
Save, yeah.
He doesn't do anything wrong, just like the first one, really. It's a good save to deny him. He's got 2 assists. Could easily have had a couple of goals as well tonight, Raheem Sterling. Definitely a step forward for him.
Trossard will take the corner, left-hand side, into the second minute of the added-on 3. And it's hoisted towards that far post. Kivior can't get there, but it comes off a PSV head. It's going to be another corner.
Yeah, a lot of these corners have gone far post the last few weeks. I always think we're more dangerous when we're beating the man at the near post, getting that little flick on, arriving late, a little deft header. I'd like to see us go back to that, really.
In swinger, Odegaard will take. Arsenal usual drill, plenty far post. Gabriel has made his way to the far post as well here, so no one on the penalty spot. But Trossard edge of the area. Let's see what Odegaard does with what might be the last Arsenal attack of this tie. Killed in towards the near post, it's flicked away, and it's PSV who will look to try and counter quickly. Trossard might get there ahead of Bakayoko. No, he doesn't. Oh, that's a neat skill from Bakayoko. And then Sterling slides in brilliantly, but he does get the ball and the player, and it's going to be a yellow card here to Raheem Sterling.
I think he's unlucky. I think it's really determined defending from Raheem Sterling. Really determined. But he just fly in a little bit too aggressively there.
Well, he gets a yellow card, and it means that he's not going to be available for the next game in the Champions League.
Oh, that is a shame for him.
Oh dear, I tell you what, it's a shocking challenge.
Yeah, what really it is, he flies in, but he misses the ball, and he goes over the ball, but it doesn't mean to go over the ball. Do you know what I mean? He's just got his angles wrong. I did think at the time it was a yellow.
Yeah, so nasty.
Yeah, I don't think there was malice.
No,
but
missed time definitely.
But yeah, it wasn't great.
Not available for the home game against either Real Madrid or Atleti. We don't know which one.
About that, won't he?
In comes the free kick, and it's nodded towards goal, and it's just wide of the target as well. Wasn't the worst effort here. It may well have been the player jumping highest of all. It was. And the substitute and the captain could only steer wide, and it means that PSV, well, from their point of view, pride restored with a 2-2 draw. From an Arsenal point of view, a good workout for many players, with the plaudits taken by the likes of Zinchenko and Sterling and Miles Lewis-Skelly, amongst others. Arsenal twice in front, but twice pegged back here, unfortunately. Not that it makes any difference in terms of the tie here, Adrian. Zinchenko's opener, Perisic's leveller. Rice put the Gunners back in front before PSV, with a really well-taken goal from Drouet, made it 2-2.
Yeah, look, we saw some good goals tonight, didn't we? Some excellent attacking football from both teams. Good experimentation from Mikel Arteta. He's had a look at 1 or 2 things. You know, Lewis-Skelly got to have some time in midfield. White came back. You know, a little glimpse of Martinelli down the middle towards the end as well. Yeah, lots to build on. I thought it was, it was a good evening. It was a nice occasion to be at. But really, it's all about the quarter-final now. We still don't know who we're going to face, but whoever it is, it's going to be a very different type of occasion here in North London. I cannot wait, Dan.
It may well be Real Madrid, it may well be Atleti. At the moment, we don't know which one it is. That game is still going on at the Metropolitano, incidentally. Last we heard, Atleti leading by a goal to nil, so extra time will be played there to see Arsenal facing the quarterfinals of the Champions League. The Gunners through here after a 2-2 draw tonight and a 9-3 aggregate success. Look, we know that the tie was won in the first leg a week ago in Eindhoven. But tonight, a good workout for many players and safe passage through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. As we hand you back to all of the gang upstairs with Femi, with Nicole and with Jeremy. 2-2 on the night and a 9-3 aggregate success.
Lovely work, guys. There you have it. 2-2. And we are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
It does, and we have to be proud. That's twice in 2 seasons in a row we've made it to the quarters, and you know, so that's impressive. We knew it had happened, but it's nice to speak now that it has happened. You know what I mean? So
it's a funny feeling, isn't it? Because you know we're obviously all really happy, but because we beat PSV so heavily in that first leg, you kind of all came into this being like, yeah, it's done. So there was no jeopardy really in the second leg. So it's kind of hard to get yourself maybe as hyped up for the game. But I mean, it feels good, doesn't it, Jez, to be through to the quarterfinals?
Of course, yeah, that's all. You know, all you've got to think of is win the quarters, and that's the main thing. But yeah, it does feel like after last week, you kind of knew you were already qualified and through. But you know, it was a good game, good performance. We've seen players that don't really play a lot, so yeah, no, it was a good, you know, good all-around performance, and looking forward to the quarters now.
Let's chat a bit about the second half. Not a ton to talk about. We conceded a goal. It was a nice goal from them, to be fair.
Very nice goal.
It felt like we were a little bit sloppy in the second half. Is that fair to say?
I think
points?
a lot of the times in football, you can see how great a player is when they're playing, but another way of looking at it is when they're not playing, what changes. And I feel like when Declan Rice came off the pitch, we lost complete control in the middle to a degree. And I think we saw a little bit of how good he is just in his absence, how different the game felt. I think also it was the nature of so many changes. I think we probably made about 4 in that second half. So it does kind of tilt the balance and composure of the game. Lewis Skelly, first time he's played in the middle for the senior team. I know he played like that in the academy and stuff. So for the first time, that will obviously disrupt the flow of the game. But it was good to see him in actually his natural position. But I do feel like, did we break a record with having the most left-backs on one pitch at once? You know what I mean? I counted about 5 or 6, you know, so. But, you know, like I said, we got over the line, we got the win. We got through, so that's all that matters. But, yeah.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling had a chance right at the end, and we were all rooting for him. But good game from him. Nice for him to get a couple of assists, and he kind of looked like, I don't know, he was really on it tonight, wasn't he?
I think he did. He looked sharp. He's been involved. He was, much better. Obviously, we all want him to score, but, you know, 2 assists is good. It's decent. So he's had a good performance, and we just need more like this. And, you know, hopefully he'll be a contender for the weekend. And yeah, who knows? We can.
I can't.
It's Chelsea.
Next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah.
Do you know what? He reminded me of a moment last season. Havertz was struggling to find a little bit of form, and we were playing Newcastle, and at one point, Havertz just smashed into someone. And I remembered thinking, like, that's what we kind of needed from him. And that moment at the end there, when he kind of made that big tackle, kind of misjudged it a little bit. But it was just nice to see a bit of a fight, passion and burn from him that I haven't quite seen yet in an Arsenal shirt. So it was his most positive game, in my opinion. And hopefully he can just build upon this.
Absolutely. And next up is the small matter of Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. Of course, we don't know. I think as soon as we went live, they had like 1 minute left on their game. Yeah. So it's gone to extra time. How are you guys feeling? I think it's going to be interesting because we're going to have some people that are going to say, we want Real Madrid because it's Real Madrid. And then some people will go, no, I'll take Atletico because it might be a bit easier. What do you think?
I think the answer's Madrid. Real Madrid.
You're on to Madrid. Wow.
Real Madrid. The reason why is because I think we're better defensively than going forwards. And I think Atletico will play a deeper block, be more organised. It'll be harder for us to break down. Real obviously have the amazing attackers going forwards, but I trust our defence to do a job. Whereas going forwards, it might be more space on the counter attack. So Bergkamp might be back as well, hopefully. So I think I'll take Real.
Real Madrid, Vinicius missed a penalty as well,
Yeah.
by the way, which I was quite surprised at. Femi just laughed.
I mean, yeah, penalties it's anyone's game. But I mean, personally, I'm talking from a fan perspective. I just want to entertain. I want to see Mbappe play in North London. I want to see Vinicius have a go. I want to see Bell. Do you know what I mean? That's when you dream about being in the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's the game you dream about. You dream about Real Madrid away. So for me, but at the same time, the gravity of just being in a quarter-final will bring that entertainment. But yeah, I would love to see the Galacticos away. I would love to see them get beaten here in the Emirates. So yeah.
Yeah.
Jez, do you have a preference? You're like, whichever Madrid, bring it on.
Yeah, same. I'd rather see Real Madrid. I just think they're more suited to our style of play and the way we play the game. Diego Simeone's team, oh God, it's just tough to play against. They just rarely concede goal at home in particular, and we'll have to go there second game as well. So yeah, I don't really want to go to Atletico Madrid second game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd
We've got
rather
some
Real.
mixed opinions going on, but generally must all be feeling pretty positive, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap this up shortly, let everyone go and celebrate in the streets in North London. But how are you feeling ahead of Sunday? Because it's a pretty big game against Chelsea in the Premier League. Thoughts heading into that?
I mean, I feel like we saw today from the team's mentality, whether it feels like there's loads to play for, not much to play for, it's the same Arsenal. So I expect the same Arsenal I've seen most of this season, which is a team that can beat anyone in the Premier League. So I'm hoping we see that, really. And it should be an exciting, entertaining game. Chelsea aren't on the greatest form they've ever been, and neither are we, to be completely honest, which can sometimes be quite a good match-up to see who can kind of pip it on the day. But I trust we get it over the line.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think we were talking about, things to play and when you've got nothing to play. And I know we, far away from Liverpool now, but, you've got to secure that second spot. You don't want to let, slip away and then let the team behind us catch us and having to fight at the end of the season to secure direct Champions League spot. So, yeah, I think, another big game, big derby. Yeah. Chelsea is always, always a tough opponent. So yeah, another nice game to be part of.
Yeah, and when we last played them, was it 5-1 or something like that? 5-0.
Someone said
Exactly.
5-0.
And Kai Havertz got a brace, so more of that really. I'd be up for another 5-0. That'd be good.
Well,
yeah.
all in all, a good night. I mean, through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. What more do you want? Thank you guys so much. You've been brilliant. Femi, Jez, it's been a pleasure.
Thank
Two
you.
co-hosts, I've been spoiled.
Good
Thank
to
you
be
so
back.
much. Right, like I said, we will be back on Sunday for that Premier League game against Chelsea. We'll be live from 12:30 p.m. See you there.